Hello everyone, welcome to this lesson on fundamental operations of algebra. In the previous lesson, you learnt about the fundamental concepts of algebra. Now today, we will apply the basic operations of mathematics on algebra. Let's start with addition. So, you all have learned about the terms in the previous lesson. So, we'll start adding the terms first. So, let's look at the like terms that we have learned. In the earlier example, I told you that you can add only the like terms, which means they have the same variable coefficient. So 3x plus 4x. We can add these two terms. Why? Because the variables are the same. So it means the terms are the like terms. So 3 plus 4 and x is the common part. So 7x. So this is the way you're going to add. You will add the numerical coefficient of the like terms and taking the x common and then finding the answer. Let's take another example. 11a plus negative 7a. Now here you observe this term is negative, but both the terms are like terms. So it means we can add them. So what do? We'll add the numerical coefficient. So what is the numerical coefficient here? 11. Numerical coefficient here is negative 7. So 11 plus negative 7 and the common variable is a. So you know in integers how you add a negative and a positive integer. So we'll subtract them because they are opposite signs. So 11 minus 7 a and the absolute value of the greatest integer, right, will write. So 11 minus 7 gives us 4a. So the answer is 4a. Clear? Let's take one more example. 9a square b plus 2a square b. Now again these two are like terms. So we'll add the numerical coefficient, that is 9 and 2. 9 plus 2 and take the variable as common. 9 plus 2 gives you 11. A square b. This is the answer. Clear? So now let's look at the addition of unlike terms. Now in the previous lesson I had told you that unlike terms cannot be added. So if I add 3x plus 4y, now you see they are not the like terms. So unlike terms cannot be added. So we leave them as they are. So the addition of these two terms will be the same. So we'll leave it like this. Next, if you are to add 8x square y square plus 3x square y, are they like terms? No, they are not the like terms. Why? Because here it is y square and here is y raised to the power 1. So they are unlike terms. So we will leave them like that. They will not be added. This will be the result. 10ab plus 7a. Again we observe here they are unlike terms, so it will remain the same. So like terms can be added and even subtracted. Unlike terms cannot be added, cannot be subtracted. Now let's take some example of single terms and add them. So here they are like terms, so they can be added. So what is the process? we'll add the coefficient, numerical coefficient of both the terms. So we'll add 7 plus negative 3, and what is the common variable? Y. Now you know how to add 7 plus negative 3. So we take the absolute value 7 and absolute value of 3 will be 3, and we'll subtract them. So 7 minus 3 will give you 4, and we have to look which absolute value is the greatest. So here 7 is the greatest, so the positive sign we'll put in the answer. So it is 4y. Next, so here we have 4 terms which have the same variable part, means they are all like terms, so all of them can be added. So we have to add them. So write 6a square plus 12a square plus negative 9a square plus negative 15a square. Now here you see these two are positive terms, so we can add them together. These two are the negative terms, we can add them together first. So 6 and 12, so we'll add the numerical coefficient 6 plus 12, and the variable part we'll write it as common outside, plus negative 9 plus negative 15, the numerical coefficient, and what is common? A square. Now 6 plus 12 gives you 18, then a square, plus negative 9 and negative 15. Now with the same sign, so negative will be the common sign, and we'll add them. 15 plus 9 will give you 24, a square. Then now we are left with 18a square plus negative 24a square. We can add the numerical coefficient 18 plus negative 24, and the common variable is a square. So 18 minus 24, a square. Now we subtract, we find the difference between the absolute values of negative 24 and 18. What will that be? 6. So 6a square. Now look at the absolute value of both the numbers, which one is greater? 24 will be greater, so we'll take the negative sign. So it is negative 6a square. So next, here we have another example. So here you see all of the terms are not the like terms, means addition is not possible for all. So here you see 3abc, and here also you have abc. So we can add these two terms, but these two terms are unlike, so they cannot be added. But they have asked us to add, so let's represent them in the addition form. Plus, bring the like fraction close to this term because they are both the like terms. So negative 5 abc, then plus 4 bcx plus 2abcd. So let's add the like terms first. So numerical coefficient 3 plus negative 5, and what is the variable component that is common? abc plus 4bcx plus 2abcd. We cannot add them, so leave it like that. Now 3 minus 5, we'll subtract, we'll find the difference between the absolute value of these two numbers. 4bcx plus 2abcd. Now what is 5 minus 3? 2. So 2abc. Now let's look at the sign. Absolute value of 5, negative 5 will be greater, so we'll take negative 2abc plus, let's bring down 4bcx plus 2abcd. This is the answer. Now what if you are asked to add algebraic expressions with 2 or more than 2 terms? Now we were just adding a single term, right? single terms we were adding, whether and by checking whether they were like or unlike terms. Now what if algebraic expressions are given like a monomial, a binomial, a trinomial, or any other polynomial? How we are going to add them? So there are two ways to add the algebraic expressions, which will make our work much easy. One is the horizontal method, and the other is the column method. Let's start with the horizontal method. So here we have three algebraic expressions. Let's add them using the horizontal method. So 3x square plus 4x minus 3 plus 2x square plus 2x plus 1 plus negative x square plus x minus 6. So how are we going to add? Now remember how we used to add the terms. We were adding the like terms together. So here also we are going to add the like terms in each of these algebraic expressions. So here we have 3x square, here we have 2x square, here we have negative x square. So they are like terms, so we can group them together and add them. So 3x square plus 2x square plus negative x square. So we can add them together. Then we can group 4x, 2x and x. So 4x plus 2x plus x. Then we have the constant terms 3, negative 3, 1, negative 6. So negative 3 plus 1 minus 6. Now let's add these like terms. So we'll take the numerical coefficients. So 3 plus 2 plus, we don't see any number here, it means there is 1x square. So negative 1x square means only negative 1. And what is the common variable? X square. Plus we have 4 plus 2 plus, we don't see anything here, means 1. And what is the common variable? X. Plus we have negative 3, negative 6 and 1. So directly we can add them. So negative 3 and negative 6 will give us negative 9 plus 1 means negative 8, right? Negative 6, negative 3 will give us negative 9, and we have a positive 1. So minus 1 will give us negative 8. Now negative sign is greater, so we have the negative sign here. Now 3 plus 2 will give you 5, and 5 minus 1 will give you 4. So 4x square. Then plus 4, 5, 6, 7 x plus negative 8. So negative 8, negative and positive will give you negative sign. So when you open the brackets, we'll have negative 8. So this will be the answer. This is clear to you? Now let's add the same algebraic expressions using the column method. Now in column method, we arrange them in columns. So 3x square plus 4x minus 3. Here we will write them just one below the other. Now we have to be careful with the terms. So if 3x square is written here, then you have to write a like term for 3x square just below it. So what is the like term that we can write in the next algebraic expression? 2x square. Then for 4x it will be 2x. And then for negative 3, constant term, so we'll have positive 1. So goes the same for the third term. So x square will come below x square. So negative x square, then plus x, right? Then minus 6. Now we will add them. So here x square is the common variable. You can just bring it down directly. And then you have 3 plus 2, 5. Then here we don't see anything, means 1 is there, and minus sign, so means negative 1. So 5 and negative 1 means 5 minus 1, that is 4. Then all are positive here, so bring the positive sign down. So 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 1, 7. So 7x. Then negative 3 and negative 6 and positive 1. So negative 3 and positive 1 becomes negative 2, and negative 2 and negative 6, negative 8. And this was the answer for these algebraic expression in the horizontal method as well, right? So it saved time and help us found the answer easily. So you can use either of the methods. Now let's start with subtraction of algebraic expression. Now before starting the subtraction process, let's recall what we have learnt in the subtraction of integers. So if I tell you subtract 2 from 5, so it is a positive 2 and positive 5. So what do? You write 5, then you add, right? You do the opposite, you add negative 2. So it will result in, when we change it, the absolute value of both, we subtract, right? 5 minus 2, that will give us 3. So this is the answer. So what did we do when we were asked to subtract positive 2 from 5? So the number that was asked to be subtracted, we changed it to the opposite sign. So positive 2 became negative 2 and we added it to 5. Now if it is written subtract 4xy from 9xy, so 9xy, you will add the opposite of positive 4xy, that is negative 4xy, right? That will be 9xy minus 4xy. This is the absolute value of 9xy, this is the absolute value of 4xy, and you will get the difference between them, that is 5xy. Now if it was supposed to be a negative number or negative expression, so we could have changed it into a positive symbol and we could have added it, right? Now what do we basically do when we subtract any term? We change the sign of that term and then add it with the minuend, that is the term from which we are asked to subtract. So for that reason we have to know the negatives of the algebraic expression which is required to be subtracted. So if you are asked to subtract 2a from any other term, so we are just taking single terms right now before starting a subtraction of algebraic expression. So if you are asked to subtract 2a, so you will do the opposite, you will add the negative of 2a to that term. So what will be the negative of 2a? Negative 2a, right? If I ask you what is the negative of 5xy, if I tell you to subtract 5xy, then you will take the negative of 5xy and add it. So negative of 5xy is 5xy. So if I tell you what is the negative of 7b, because if I tell you to add negative 7b, I mean subtract negative 7b from any term, so you have to take the opposite sign. So what will be the opposite sign of negative 7b? positive 7b, right? And then you will add it with that term from which you are asked to subtract. So what will be the negative of 2 by 3x? It will be the opposite sign, that is 2 by 3x. Okay. So whenever you are asked to subtract any term, you will just simply change the sign of that term and add, means finding the negatives of that algebraic expression. Now let's take the negatives of these two algebraic expressions. So 2x plus 5y, what will be the negative of this algebraic expression? So it is positive 2x plus 5y. So the negative of this algebraic expression will be negative 2x plus 5y. Now negative sign is common. You can open the bracket. So negative and positive will give you negative 2x. Negative and positive will give you negative 5y. So this is the negative of 2x plus 5y. So when you will be asked to add this, subtract this expression from any other expression, you will add the negatives. You will change the sign and add the negative. So here what will be the negative of 2a minus 3b? We will change the sign, that is negative 2a minus 3b. So what is negative 2a minus 3b? Negative 2a minus plus will give you minus, because you don't have here anything means positive. So negative and positive will give you a negative. Negative and negative will give you a positive. So 3b. So this is the negative of 2a minus 3b. So if you are asked to subtract 2a minus 3b from any expression, you will simply add the negative of 2a minus 3b, that is negative 2a plus 3b. Clear? Now let's start with the subtraction of algebraic expressions. Now here too you can use the two methods that we used in addition, like the column method and the horizontal method. So let's first start subtraction of algebraic expression using the horizontal method. Now let's subtract this expression from this algebraic expression. So you remember the rule, what we have to do when we have to subtract any algebraic expression? We add the opposite sign of this expression. So the negatives basically. So 11a square plus 7b square minus 9c square. Now this is the greater number, right? Because we have to subtract this expression from this expression. So we will, instead of subtracting, we will add with what? The negatives of this expression. So what will the negative of this expression be? Negative 3a square minus 2b square minus 7c square, right? So 11a square plus 7b square minus 9c square plus, now let's open this bracket. So negative and positive will give you negative 3a, then negative and negative will give you positive 2b square, then negative and negative will give you positive 7c square. So now you see we have arrived in the form of addition of algebraic expressions. Now you already have learned how to add the algebraic expressions using the horizontal as well as the column method. So we are using the horizontal method to subtract. So let's add using the horizontal method now. Bring the like terms together. So 11a square plus negative 3a square, then plus 7b square plus 2b square, then plus we have negative 9c square plus 7c square, right? So let's add the numerical coefficient. So 11 plus negative 3 and a square is common, plus 7 plus 2 b square is common, plus negative 9 and positive 7. What is common? C square. So the absolute value will be 11 minus 3, right? Finding the difference between them, a square plus, and what is the sign that is greatest? Positive, so we'll leave it as positive. 7 plus 2, 9b square plus, now negative, and the positive sign, the negative is greater than positive, so minus 9 and positive 7 will give you negative 2, right? 9 minus 7, so it will negative 2c square. Let's subtract this. 11 minus 3 will give you 8a square plus 9b square. Negative and positive will become positive and negative will become negative 2c square. So this is the answer. Clear? Now let's subtract this expression from this expression using the column method. So column method, you know, we arrange them in columns. So we have to subtract this expression. So this will come down and this expression will be on top. So 11a square plus 7b square minus 9c square. Now we have to write the like terms one below the other. So here the like term for a square will be 3a square. So 3a square, and like term for 7b square will be negative 2b square. Like term for 9c square is negative 7c square. Now remember what we do when we subtract any expression, we change the sign and add. So here also we'll do the same. We will change the expression to the opposite sign, so to the negatives, right? So this will become negative and positive will become negative. This is negative, so it will become positive, right? Because we're taking the negatives, right? So if I put a bracket and put a negative sign, negative and positive will give you negative, negative and negative will give you positive, negative, negative will give you positive. So the sign has changed. Now this sign is not valid. Okay, now the new sign you have to take into consideration. So 11 and minus 3, so a square is common, so 11 minus 3 is 8, so 8a square. 7b square, and we cannot take the negative, now the sign has changed, so plus. So plus and plus means add 7 and 2 plus 9b square. Then here we have a negative sign, here you have a positive sign, so negative 9 and positive 7 means negative 2c square. See how simple it is and easy to add. Now if you are confused to add in this order, you can simply write this expression again by changing the symbols, by writing the negatives down below. So instead of writing this way, you can write it 11a square plus 7b square minus 9c square, and directly you write the negatives of this expression. So what will the negative of this expression be? Negative 3a square, then minus minus plus, so plus 2b square, then minus minus will give you plus, so plus 7c square. Now in this way also you can add and get the right answer. It means you are adding with the negatives of this expression. So that's all for today's lesson. Thank you.